California Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein is now pro-cannabis legalization. So first, here's what McClatchy reports. In comments to McClatchy Tuesday, the California Democrat said she was open to considering federal protection for state-legalized marijuana. Quote, federal law enforcement agents should not arrest Californians who are adhering to California law, said Feinstein. My state has legalized marijuana for personal use, and as California continues to implement this law, we need to ensure we have strong safety rules to prevent impaired driving and youth access, similar to other public health issues like alcohol, she said. Okay, now, before I get to why I think Dianne Feinstein has come out for legalization, I want to address this comparison to alcohol. So, while yeah, I do, agree with strong safety rules like preventing impaired driving, alcohol is not cannabis. Cannabis is not alcohol. Doctors are not out there prescribing a case of beer. Cannabis has actual health benefits. Cannabis has never killed anybody from using it too much. Alcohol kills people all the time from overuse. So there are serious differences here. Understand that. Now, moving on to why I think Dianne Feinstein has come out for legalization, it comes down to the fact that there are Democrats running against her who are more progressive than her. She has to come out on some of these issues as being somewhat of a progressive. Because right now, Dianne Feinstein may be the most conservative sitting senator in the Senate. And she happens to be in California, one of the most progressive states, if not the most progressive state in the country. So she's out of place. And she needs to come out on some of these issues. So right now she has Kevin De Leon and Allison Hartson running to her left in an upcoming election. Now, Allison Hartson, out of these two, is by far the most progressive one in this race. She is supported by Justice Democrats. She's taking no corporate PAC money. She's forgetting money out of politics. She's progressive on every issue. For Medicare for all across the board, she's progressive on the issues. But because of that, she's not being included in polling. She's rarely being talked about in news articles. So she's not getting any of the attention that she deserves compared to Kevin De Leon, who has the backing of the Democratic establishment. So Kevin De Leon, and it's really going to come down to likely Kevin De Leon and Dianne Feinstein. That said, the election hasn't happened yet, so I believe early June is when it's happening. So vote for Allison Hartson, and then if the runoff happens to be between Kevin De Leon and Feinstein, I think Kevin De Leon would be the clear choice above Dianne Feinstein. So understand this is why Feinstein has come out for legalization. And even still, it isn't that clear. I mean, this is being marketed as Feinstein is now pro-legalization, but she's not making it as clear as you would think she'd make it. But this is why primaries are important. So we're seeing Feinstein being pushed to the left here, and we are seeing Andrew Cuomo in New York being pushed to the left by Cynthia Nixon, who's running an incredible progressive campaign against him. Now, because of that, Andrew Cuomo has conceded on a number of positions. Cynthia Nixon is making Andrew Cuomo into a progressive candidate himself. But again, these people are fakes. So Andrew Cuomo, once he gets in, or once he stays in, if he stays in, who knows how he'll actually act. Same with Dianne Feinstein on the issue of cannabis legalization. Though at this point, recreational cannabis is legal in California. Even though she was opposed to Proposition 64, it passed regardless of her lack of support. So I don't know what Dianne Feinstein could actually do to try and push back against it, since this issue is already settled in California. But the whole point here is understand why primaries are important. They push these conservative candidates to the actual left. Hey, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button below and consider throwing me a few bucks on Patreon at patreon.com/therationalnational or therationalnational.com/join.